Hey, welcome to FanFics Anonymous. I am your host, Jesus Walrus.
Je suis.
Je suis Walrus. Okay.
Just.
Whichever you prefer.
I'm sorry, I'm French, but I don't have a clue what that means.
This means I am.
Okay, so you are the walrus. You are
I am the
a
walrus,
backwards message
and everyone
that was
else
put
is
in
the
the Beatles
Eggman.
record.
So we don't need to care about these people. They're all the Eggmen. So moving on. So we are joined today by Snoopy.
Hello.
Dr. Disco Discord. And Sunny D.
I have actually recently found out that apparently Dracula Mihawk is actually Kenpachi Zaraki.
That joke is how old now? That thing has been dead and buried for over a year now, man.
I'm a plague spreader. Sunny D. Rayleigh.
Sunny D.
We're doing a reading.
Alright.
Yeah, speaking of derailing conversations.
So, today we are reading Tacolicious Ponies, and by the way, we had a special request so that this one is child-friendly, so if you do not like child-friendly stuff, this is your time to move on. But there are better things in this world than swearing, alright?
Yes, you could be watching Bully La Bully.
Yes, there's greater things in this world than swearing, alright? There's tacos. And Taco Tuesday. Let's get this rolling.
I'm just excited about this being dark out, so this ought to be fun.
By the way, this is also a dark story, so get your box of tissues
I'm so
ready.
curious.
It's like edgier than a razor blade factory.
Oh, the edge.
Ow, the edge. Great.
Oh, we're having too much fun with this. Anyways, this shall be the extra quaint edition of FFA. I'm sorry, I can't give a straight face.
So let us begin. Twilight panted as she chased after Pinkie Pie.
Are you sure it's here?
She panted.
Yep, positive. At least that's what the map said.
Pinkie happily answered.
Oh, okay, if you say so.
They walked for a while, looking for some sort of sign of life. Maybe something like a tree, or just some sort of living thing. Or at least Twilight was. Pinkie Pie was just hopping around happily, as if it was perfectly normal. Suddenly, Twilight gasped as she saw a tree.
Fluttershy. It's actually alive! Do you know what that means, Pinkie? That means we're not deserted in the middle of nowhere.
Twilight exclaimed, hoping that she would finally be able to have some rest somewhere, as her hooves were aching and she was exhausted. But Pinkie Pie wasn't listening. She was gaping at something else. She was gaping at two huge buildings, with one of which looked like it had 4 floors, one with 2 balconies, and 6 balconies in total. What the hell happened? Exit going nuts over here! What just happened?
Oh, it's better than what I was thinking lately.
An accordion just went off and Skype went nuts. What just happened? What did you guys do?
The cats knocked over the accordion?
I don't know what happened.
Okay,
I'll have to check recording on that.
Snoopy's roommate's cellular device fuel went off.
Okay,
apparently.
then. That's what happened. It had a slide coming out of the second floor on the right one. The one with 4 floors. And there was a hammock in between them. It also had 2 swings on the 4th floor.
Whoa.
And that pretty much summed it up.
Such building, many relaxing.
Started Twilight, but stopped when Pinkie just galloped towards the buildings. Twilight sighed, but went after her anyway.
Wait up, Pinkie.
She called, and in response, Pinkie stopped, but it was probably because she had already got tent to the buildings.
I think this is it, Twilight. I think this is where we have to be. We've been looking for.
But, Pinkie...
Sunny, take it away.
I don't have a voice for... I was just waiting for a good moment to tell you that there's no misses, so I have to take the Mr. role that was offered.
There's
to...
2 words, say them.
began Twilight.
Where are the tacos? I don't see anything related to them here. This must be the wrong place.
She said reluctantly, as she wanted to just lie in the hammocks and rest so badly. But she knew that wasn't his. That wasn't the best idea. The best idea.
But Twilight, it's right where the map said it would be. It must be right.
Pinky got closer to the first building and examined it carefully.
Although I understand what you're saying, Twi, there is no doubt that this is the place.
Suddenly, a booming voice came out of nowhere.
Hello, and welcome to Taco Land. We don't have visitors here very often. A lot of ponies think that it's too god to be true, or that others are crazy to think that such a place as that exists. But here it is.
A pony jumped from the second floor of the building, which Pinky was right below, and she jumped away just in time to avoid getting squished flat.
Hey, that's dangerous, you know.
Twilight scolded.
Are you okay, Pinky?
Yeah, I'm fine. Stop being such a worrywart, Twi.
I'll just continue narrator so that you can be able to take that Discordio.
That's not my line.
You took the mysterious role.
The mysterious role is Mr. Carrot Cake.
Is it?
I think it is.
Yep.
The voice and the mysterious stallion are not the same thing. Besides, you didn't saying anything, so...
Sorry about that.
Apologized the mysterious stallion.
Right, so who are you anyways?
Twilight raised an eyebrow.
The name's Carrot Cake. Mr. Carrot Cake. Just call me Carrot Cake.
Right, so... Carrot Cake. Mr. Carrot Cakes.
Said Twilight, deliberately saying Mr., even though he said not to.
What are you doing here? Are you terrorizing Taco Land and trying to squish every pony flat?
Oh no! No! I run Taco Land! And I make... Okay, I'm not gonna try that because that's just gonna sound bad. I make the tacos, and just on case you were wondering, they start falling out of the sky at noon precisely.
He smiled proudly to know such things.
Cool.
Said Pinkie Pie.
But how do you control when they fall out of the sky? Isn't there this one giant taco cloud that rains tacos or something?
Then, suddenly, another pony mysteriously popped up from nowhere. Though this time around, it was a mare. Howdy, y'all! Said the orange mare merrily.
And you are...
That would be...
Applejack, she said.
Nice to meet you, Applejack.
Said Pinky.
I'm sure we'll become best of friends. Best of the...
Pinky, I think we get it.
Best of friends.
Yeah, I'm sure we will too.
Oh, she said, although she sounded pretty unsure.
So, how do you make tacos?
Asked Twilight, not willing to believe Pinkie Pie's story about one big taco cloud making all the smaller ones. Well, there's a factory up in the clouds, answered Applejack simply. Snoopy!
I'm trying to find where we are.
Snoopy!
Where are we?
Let's see.
Let's see it.
Pinkie jumped up and down. Of course! Said Applejack, happy that somebody was interested. Follow me! She disappeared into one of the buildings.
Come on, Pinky, we better hurry up and follow her.
Twilight looked back.
Coming.
Pinkie pranced after Twilight, and together they entered the building, only to come out on the other side. Whoa, you girls are sure slow. Anyhow, let's go. Applejack stood in front of a blue and white box-looking thing.
What's that?
Twilight immediately asked, wanting to know everything.
It's a portal.
Answered Pinky as if it was the most obvious thing in the world.
Now
How did
you're
you
thinking
know
with portals.
that? Questioned Applejack.
My pinky senses.
She shrugged. What?
It's impossible to explain it. Scientifically, believe me, I actually tested it and I got nothing out of it.
Oh, did you?
And it was super duper boring. I had to sit there for like hours.
Well, sorry, but...
Anyway, interrupted Applejack, do you guys want to see how the taco factory or not?
Sorry.
They said in unison as Applejack sighed. It's fine, she said. Anyway, to activate the portal, all you have to do is...
Step in it.
said Pinky as she jumped into it, making Twilight flinch.
Oh, wait, that might be dangerous.
She shouted after her. Oh, don't worry, it's fine. Now, come on, let's go. Applejack stepped into it. Twilight sighed, but followed her example, and what they saw next was what they least expected.
Next.
On to chapter 2.
First one on the page.
Go ahead, Sonny. Take it away.
They all appeared at the taco factory at the same time. Like, yeah.
Eek.
Pinkie Pie just barely caught herself from falling into the cloud, causing them all to bump into each other.
What was that for?
Complained Twilight as Applejack stepped forward.
Well, you can't walk on the clouds if you're not a Pegasus. Duh.
Pinkie rolled her eyes, but saw Applejack walking on the cloud.
Or maybe here you can.
Yes, things are a bit different here in Taco Land.
Explained Applejack.
Clouds are stronger here too, so normal ponies can walk on them too. Because normally Pegasi are lighter than normal ponies, like earth ponies or unicorns, so that they can fly and therefore can walk on clouds, because the clouds are capable of holding their weight. Earth ponies or unicorns, however, are not made of for that. Their bodies are not as light, and therefore cannot normally walk on clouds. Here, though, clouds are stronger and can hold all types of ponies. I don't
Even
know how
elephant ponies.
It's just how they're made.
Twilight stood there gaping and trying to take in all that Applejack had just said. Well, Pinkie Pie, knowing that it was safe to go on to the cloud, happily hopped up and down.
You
Boing,
okay,
boing,
Twilight?
Yeah, I'm fine for Pony who just got called fat. Right. Yeah.
She just always thinks that she is the smartest pony in all of Equestria, so the fact that you knew all of that was just a shock for her because she thought that no pony else knew that but her. And yes, I know that's really ignorant of her, but it's the truth. And yes, I know that I'm being a bad friend telling you all this, but whatever. I'm just being honest, you know? Hee
Yeah, I'm sure you're just being honest. But anyways, here it is, the taco factory, where tacos are made.
Cool!
Pinkie Pie jumped up and down even more from excitement. Excruciating excitement. Applejack smiled as she started walking forwards. It's the same direction, just different wording.
First, let's start with this station. This is the delivery station where Sugar Grapes brings all the supplies to make tacos from who knows where.
Applejack laughed.
Isn't that a bit dangerous?
Asked Twilight suspiciously.
Nah, it should be fine.
Don't be such a worrywart.
Pinkie laughed.
It's just some tacos. It's not like you're gonna die.
Yet. Twilight
Scary food.
sighed in defeat, although she didn't look very convinced.
Right, but I could just get sent to the Shadow Realm.
Anyway, after all
Or
the
you
food...
could get loaded full of hormones, growth hormones, and chemicals.
Anyway, after all the food gets collected, it
That's
gets
all
sent
yours.
here where it gets chopped up into ideal sizes. Next to it is where they make the shells to put all the things in. And also the thing that holds the whole taco together. After that, they pass it into the next station where the shell gets baked and the toppings get put inside. And then at noon, they get thrown down.
Whoa, it sure goes through a lot. It must be really yummy if so much effort really goes into it.
Mass production. Pinkie Pie excitedly commented.
After all, this is where the best tacos in the world are made.
Twilight sighed, for she thought she could learn something new here, but it was really just for Pinkie. Pinkies need to eat tacos.
So, when are the tacos going to... What? It's taco eating time!
Okay, I actually have...
Yeah, get going, keep going.
Yeah. But it's taco time! A blue Pegasus with a rainbow man shouted out. Get to the ground level if you actually know what... If you actually was to eat them.
Come on, you guys, better go. I'm going to stay up here. And by the way, don't move, because we aim it at your mouth the best we can.
Okie dokie Loki.
They walked into a teleportation machine again and appeared on the ground where... Pardon me. They then moved into open space.
Pinkie, I don't think this is a good idea.
Oh,
Called Applejack.
and don't forget to close your eyes. It can be very painful if it gets in your eyes.
Yeah, I think we know that.
Called Twilight.
Close your eyes and open your mouths.
They did just as they were told, and suddenly Pinkie Pie fell to the ground, snorting loudly.
What was...
Twilight was going to ask what happened, but just before that, a taco fell in her mouth, and she, too, was fast asleep, and unable to see what would happen to them next.
Yeah, but I think we all know the answer to that question.
Okay, there's like different author notes every time. Short note. I know the first chapter wasn't very exciting. Nothing really happened, but hopefully you got through
Yeah.
the story.
Next chapter.
Something.
Next chapter.
Vegetarians.
Pinkie?
Twilight
stuttered, but there was no response.
Pinkie?
Twilight tried again.
Pinkamena Diane Cupcake Pie.
Twilight was now frantically shouting, fear consuming her thoughts.
Pinkie Pie, where are you?
Pinkie. Oh wait.
Twilight tried to stand up, but the fact that her body was vibrating dangerously didn't help.
It's okay, Twilight. I'm sure she's fine. She's fine. Get a hold of yourself, Pinkie Pie's fine.
Twilight inhaled and exhaled deeply.
Okay, let's just start looking for her. Where could she...
Suddenly, a flickering light appeared out of nowhere.
What was that?
What was that?
Wondered Twilight.
What the heck was that?
Maybe
I don't even know what that was. What was that? I'm done.
Maybe I should follow it. I might even find Pinkie Pie.
This thought gave Twilight determination. She started to gallop towards the mysterious light source. As she got closer, the light started to fade. That made Twilight scared. So she started to gallop even faster, and faster, and faster, until she broke the sound barrier, and then she kept going faster, until she broke the speed of light, and suddenly it went dark, and she got out.
She got to go fast.
Where the only light was the stars in the night sky. The rest was pitch black. Twilight lit up her horn and looked around, but she couldn't see anything unusual until she heard the bushes vibrantly shake as a dark figure came out.
Pinkie, is that you?
The figure started to slowly walk towards Twilight, sending a chill down her spine.
Pinky, if this is some kind of joke, then it really isn't funny.
The figure replied in a hoarse, scratchy voice that was and a small, horsey voice, almost as if they were dying.
This is no joke, I can assure you of that, Twilight Sparkle.
Who are you?
Twilight brought her horn closer to the figure to see who it was. She gasped and realized that it was Pinkie Pie.
Pinky, please stop. I go back to normal. Please, I'm scared.
Twilight's voice turned to almost a whisper as she rocked away, not wanting to see anymore. She just wanted to go back to Ponyville and be with every pony again, especially
There's no place like home.
Pie.
There's no place like home. There's no place like home.
She just wanted to be together, and she would want to be a careless filly who didn't want to have to worry about these things ever again.
There's no place like home. There's no place like home. Why isn't it working?
She looked back to see where she had come from, and not to her surprise, it was a cave in the FFA forests.
The forest, Gump? What? Where?
I actually kind of want to take it, but I also want
Yeah,
to
just
hear
keep going
Snoopy do a coarse Pinky voice. You'll find out soon enough.
The hoarse voice replied. It started coming nearer, forcing Twilight to see the monster in front of her.
And then you will become one of us.
She smiled, which was scary, for it showed Twilight her fangs, and her blood-red eyes shone in the dark. Her skin had turned black as charcoal, and her hair had gone flat. It was nothing like Pinkie Pie that Twilight remembered. She was also no longer a pony, but a hedgehog.
Go fast!
As the figure started coming closer, Twilight's natural instincts took control of her. She wanted to talk to her, ask why she had turned into this hedgehog, but her body disobeyed. Her legs started galloping away in a cave, and away from the figure. But for some odd reason, the figure wasn't following Twilight. But then Twilight figured out why. There was more than one. Much more. Every pony who was at the taco factory had turned into a hedgehog. And Twilight was scared. So scared. She started galloping for her life again, terrified. She wanted to live. She was still so young. She didn't want to die. She ran.
There's no place like home!
And ran, but there was no point. More and more kept coming. She was just getting lost. There was no way she was ever going to find her way out of here.
Even the teleporter spell that I'm somehow forgetting that I have totally...
She just stopped running. There was no point anymore. She just had to give in to the edge. She looked around. She was cornered. But that was okay. There was nothing to fight for anymore. The only pony who cared about her and whom she cared for was gone. If she joined her, at least they would be together. At least they could suffer together. Twilight closed her eyes, ready for what was ahead of her. She tried to stay calm, but she was really sweating. She had a strong urge to scream.
There's no place like home!
She could feel somebody's breath now. That foul smell. She opened her eyes at the wrong moment. She was pinned to the ground, and the pony in front of her had her horn glowing. Twilight knew it was all over. His natural instinct started to take over. She tried to scream, but it's too late.
I really wish I was home!
She was already gone.
Princess Celestia sighed. It had been a year now since Twilight and Pinkie Pie had disappeared to an undisclosed location, and still no pony had found them. Every pony who went searching for them either came back not remembering anything, yes, not even their names and stuff, or they just never. And so no pony ever knew anything about Twilight Sparkle or Pinkie Pie again.
Ow, the edge.
Okay.
Edgy blade.
No. And so here's the sequel idea. John Sparkle, who was Twilight Sparkle's brother, was one day in office where he got an email from her sister saying, "Come help me." So she raced up to the roof and got into her motorcycle and jumped off it. I can't even remember how this goes.
Oh, that was good. So, that was Tacolicious Ponies.
By Butterscotch.
By butter. Butter's better than margarine.
By Butterscotch.
So, good going. Actually felt something there.